Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the in-laws. I am Bub.
And I'm Bestie.
We are definitely in-laws. This is my sister-in-law. We've been, how long we been in-laws now? Over 20 years.
Correct.
So I joined this family before Bestie did. And so I was by myself, 3 years before you joined in? Mm-hmm. That about right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so our in-laws, we came from a small family, you and I did. Just a brother. I had a brother and you just had a brother. Yep. So it was very small, very calm, very everything. It wasn't all jacked up.
It was uniform.
It was uniform. Mm-hmm. And then we joined this large-ass family. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, you and our lives are turned upside down. Yes. That be a fair statement?
It became a circus.
It is a circus. It ain't no became. It's still a circus. And so...
Ring.
It's the dang truth. So... So when I joined it, I didn't really have anybody to talk to. I had my wife, of course, and I had my brother-in-law, but I didn't. Only person I liked was your husband. That was it. Mm-hmm. I mean, all the other ones,
not relatable. No dark humor.
No, they don't. They're not funny. They're not just. They're You got one of them that's Mensa. He's 55, 54 now, and he's lazy. He's lazy. So he been hanging out, holding on for that, management position? Mm-hmm. Now, he's 53 years old.
He and Uncle Eddie.
Right.
Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie. And he's 53 years old, and he's still on his mama's tit, in my opinion. He still gets candy from the father-in-law, his mother, and he's married and got 3 kids. Mm-hmm. And his wife is all jacked up, too. She's about a weirdo as herself, and the kids are weirdos. So that's one, and then the other one, his brother, he about messed up too. All of them are messed up except you and I. Let's just face it. Yeah. Except the 4 of us, all of them are jacked up. As far as having their little quirks, we got a gay boy in there. Now we like him. He's great.
He's great.
And so they got 7 brothers and sisters. Our spouses do, and so
an adopted one.
Well, that's right. We get through all of this, and everybody's just about out of high school and into college. Mm-hmm. Well, crap. You were there one afternoon, and some new kid walks in, and I'm like, Bestie and I are sitting there, and our father-in-law and mother-in-law goes, hey, this is blah, 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 your new brother-in-law. Yeah. What? They done adopted a kid from Mississippi. Mm-hmm. I guess because our father-in-law needed another tax break on that, and he's about getting rid of everybody out of the household, so he said to heck with it. So he adopted. Now, he's the best one of them all. He's great.
Yeah, he turned out really well.
He did. He turned out great. Mm-hmm. When you say that. Yeah. And so, like I said, it was, it's got a lot of quirks in all this family. And so one of the things that, when I was part of it, I didn't have anybody to relate to. Mm-hmm. You wasn't there in the picture yet.
No.
And so I didn't really relate to these other brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws who had been married at that time. And then, so I was pretty bored as far as how the family goes.
Until it came to the wedding time.
Well, until I met Bestie here. Mm-hmm. And then I knew, with my dark humor is the way it is, when I met her the very first time I met her.
On a sandy beach in Florida.
On a sandy beach in Florida. It was at the brother's wedding. Mm-hmm. And it was a destination wedding. Mm-hmm. And I ain't never been to a destination wedding. Man, right. That shit was cool, though. But anyway.
A nice place with an ocean view.
So we met down at a destination wedding. Mm-hmm. One of the brothers were getting married. And that's the first time I met Bestie.
Yep.
And I knew, and I think you knew too, that, now you wasn't part of the family yet. Mm-hmm. I knew that we were going to hit it off. We were going to be big buddies.
Yeah,
because
my husband said that we would get along well.
Yeah, and he was right. And because our humor is a little bit alike. We kind of dark on the humor. Yeah. We see things that we shouldn't see. Mm-hmm. We make fun of people that we shouldn't make fun of.
Oh, that's true.
but it's hilarious.
It is funny.
And I can pretty much say anything I want to Bestie here, mm-hmm. and she knows that she's not going to get offended.
No.
That be correct? Because I've said some stupid shit.
Yeah, it just It's you.
It's just me. And Bestie here now, she's not as rough as me because she's prim and proper. But when it's just the two of us or just the four of us and we're reacting, she's pretty dang funny. So don't let the looks and the good looks and the prim and properness fool you. So we are out there, and it's the wedding weekend, and we're meeting. You're meeting everybody in extended family, and it was fun. It was a fun wedding.
Went down to the beach, had some beers.
And all these people were coming in.
We met the groom's best man.
Yeah, the best man. He was a good guy. Now he had been part of the family for a while, and he was a good guy. Anyway, he was one of those people you never saw him with a girlfriend.
Right.
You had known him a couple of times, just dating a little bit, but I'd met him a few times. But anyway, all of a sudden, here he comes on the beach, and he's with a girl, and she all right, she cute. I thought she was a little chunky, be honest with you, but she was nice, and so she came up and she was drinking. Everybody was drinking.
Yeah.
And we were having a good time. It was a hot, sunny day in Florida. And she starts talking to us. And I knew I had a winner with old Bestie here because when we started getting to know this girl and we started talking to her about...
you were getting a little liquored up. You're getting her...
I were getting a little liquored up. That's right, because I wanted to get that tongue loose. I wanted to see what the whole scoop is with this best man.
You were trying to get some secrets out of her.
Oh, she gave us some secrets.
Yes, she did.
She gave us a lot of secrets. So anyway, so this is how I knew Bestie and I were going to be big buddies, because we're sitting there. Now it's just the three of us. Everybody else is out there playing volleyball and drinking beer in the ocean and that relaxing and the sunbathing, and you got Pothead and Squeaky over there, They're doing all this stuff here, except you and I and this girl is up here on this Chase Lounge. And she's drinking pretty good. And of course, you and I are drinking pretty good. And we're just getting to know her. And I say, well, how'd you meet this fella? Well, I met him, I think, 3 months before, maybe?
Yeah, she was a waitress.
Yeah, she was a waitress. And they met at the, when she waited on him, and they just hit it off. And I was happy for this guy because he's a good dude.
Right.
Smart dude, good dude. And I said, are you from that area? Oh, yeah, I'm from, same hometown and all that stuff. And she's a little younger than he is. But she was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't. And I said, now, did you have a boyfriend before you met this person? Well, no. No, I was just single and having a good time. Well, old Bestie over here goes, so you just dating around? She said, yeah, I'm just dating around. I said, well, there ain't nothing wrong with dating around. You're young. Go out there and have fun before you get all tied down and start having kids and all that crap.
I know.
And she goes, well, I was a little wild. And this is where it really gets interesting, people. And I say, well, when someone says that to me,
how wild?
I say, how wild? Well, she didn't want to say it. But I know if you just ask the right questions to people, they're gonna spill their guts.
Yeah, they want to.
They want to. Everybody has a story and they want to tell it. And I say, well, how wild? And she goes, well, I did a lot of sleeping around this past year. And Bestie over here goes, well, what do you mean by that?
Single digits, double digits, triple digits.
Yeah, she asked. She goes, single, double digits. Well, now it's really getting interesting. And Bestie goes, well, how many people? I mean, you're young. You're young. People do dumb stuff, or they having a good time. She goes, well, do y'all think this is too much? And she said, 48 people in a year.
I said, well, that's not too bad. That's like one a week.
And that's what I knew we were going to be big buddies, because Bestie said, that's only one a week. That's not bad at all.
A different one a week.
Now, look, we're talking different penis every week. Yeah. So that's a lot of penises run up through there, for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm still thinking, this poor old bastard, the best man, he doesn't think he got him a Virgin Mary, and she ain't nothing but a road whore.
Yeah, she wanted to keep that quiet.
She wanted to keep that quiet. And now here we got this information. And that's kind of how she got introduced into the family, as far as that goes.
And then it was just, hit the road.
It was just, so that's how we started off. So the wedding weekend was pretty dang fun. and everybody was there. And so we, my our brother-in-law now, well, your brother-in-law, he was getting married to his, and her sister, which ironically just got married.
Right.
She
brought a date.
That's right. A date.
Nobody had ever met him before. Well, anybody other than her family.
Right. We'd never met him before, obviously.
No, but he walked up and he looked like he was Mel Gibson from
Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yep.
Yeah. He had the
long flowing, reddish brown hair.
He was good looking.
A kilt. Socks
kilt.
with the tassels on the side, a shirt.
Yeah.
Could have had a horn he was drinking out of,
Yeah.
He looks like he got the Braveheart bag like for Halloween.
And he had an accent.
He had an accent.
Now that was the funny part.
Yeah.
I thought, well, this guy's pretty damn cool. He's a foreigner.
Legit. He's legit.
He was Scottish, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was from Scotland, he said.
Yep.
So he's Scottish. Mm-hmm. Like, well, hell yeah, now we got somebody to talk to.
This is interesting.
It's very interesting. And so I guess we go through the whole weekend. We got events to do here and there stuff, and we're just hanging out. Everybody's just hanging out. And what's so ironic, was it that weekend he told us? Or maybe 2 months later we found out.
Oh, because we all went back to our respective areas of the country. And it was kind of like a follow-up question. I was asking my husband, whatever happened? Are there?
They're her sister's boyfriend.
Are they still together? He goes,
that's right.
Oh, I didn't.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
That's right.
And I was like, spill the tea.
It turns out that son of a bitch was lying.
He was from Oklahoma.
He was from Oklahoma, pretending to be from Scotland at this wedding, dating this our sister-in-law's sister.
Yep.
And so obviously they didn't make it.
No.
And so that is the kind of crap we've dealt with.
That's a lot of work.
Look, he kept it up the whole weekend.
I know.
I give the boy credit.
He didn't fall out of character once.
He did not fall out. And I figured, liquored up at the wedding, he might, because when people get liquored up, they
drop that accent.
Yeah, they drop the accent. They forget who they are. And all
the Oklahoma accent didn't come out.
It almost came out. The Scottish accent almost came out more stronger.
He must have had a language coach.
I don't know. He had to have. But I'm wondering how many times he doesn't use that to pick up women. Because I'm thinking, when I was single and dating, that was ingenious.
Well, everybody likes it,
Yeah. I mean, old Bub here didn't have any trouble with the ladies back in my day. I had a little bit of hair, good personality, I thought always, and I always got pretty eyes. But I didn't have any trouble with that. But I thought I could have really stepped up my game if I'd had thought about that angle, about being from England or Scottish.
And they were in the UK. You would have got more ladies in Europe.
I mean, those ladies would have flocked to me like none other.
I mean, you would have been triple digits in a year.
Damn right I would, son. I mean, look, you dang right.
You put her to shame.
I would have put that little person to shame. So, anyway, so I thought it was pretty, but I have to admit,
it was interesting. It was fun.
It was very interesting. The whole weekend was fun, and that's how Bestie enjoying that first weekend. That's how you really became a part of the family, and then. After that, everybody just kind of went back home and started doing their own thing. And
then about a year later, it was my turn to get married.
Yeah. So anyway, next episode, we're going to talk about Bestie's wedding. And because her and our brother-in-law, my brother-in-law, they had dated since then. And now they're getting serious. And now they're going to get married. And so thank you, everybody, for listening. That's kind of the start of the in-laws. And now it's just going to get funnier and funnier.
Yep.
Because we have got everything you want.
You can't make it up.
You can't. We've got weddings. We've got sickness. We got
birthday parties.
Birthday parties. We got dead grandmamas, dead horses, dead dogs. We've got
baby shower.
Baby shower. We got anything you want in the bag.
Yep.
And this is what you're going to get. So everybody, thank you very much. Enjoy, and we will talk to you later. We're out.